I'm a Guns of America and another platform, so I can still utilize this. But I don't recognize their laws anyway, so not at all. Especially when it's built around racism, they can fuck themselves. So I hope they're watching and paying attention. Don't send one of your little monkeys talking about, is that a real rifle, you stupid fuck. Not everybody's dumb like the rest of the world. I like this one. It's only 4 inches longer. Damn it. It gets the job. It does what needs to be done. Go out to the range today. I'm gonna give you some. There you go, Bubba. I know you want to drink it. Hold on. Make sure I can see it. All right, he's drinking, y'all. Get it, Bubba. Get it. Okay. That's the That's the funniest thing. No, it's so cool. Wait, let's go people come in. It is so-called Saturday morning, so I know people went out and got drunk or whatever, and some people just getting their rest. Called one of them OGs, he was asleep, I can't blame him. I should have waited for about an hour or two, but I wanted to get in early, you know? Might have put too much cinnamon. Get it in. It is already, this is 74. I feel like it's about 80 degrees up in here. Yesterday it felt the opposite. I don't know what they're messing with everything. First I want a brother and a sister asked me a question. Let's go ahead and have to turn this beautiful music down. This leg is a little high on this side. Okay. I got a new one. I don't feel like utilizing it yet. Good Saturday morning. Their stuff. I had to go to I went to the YouTube library. I taught monetization, like go get. I'm not getting rid of no old videos. They just don't get monetized. I've got to monetize them. These people are so stupid. Anyway, they are the dumbest. People are dumb. Anyway, I don't want to kick it off like that. I guess I did. So the brother was asking about the books I was holding up. That was actually Anastasia when I was talking about. And as far as the other books, there were books that allude to the fact of the reason why we're here, based upon the change of not guard, because these bastards in politics, they're all liars. Every last one of them are no good. Between 1875 to the Reconstruction era, when the government was actually handed over to these Ashkenazi bastards. So when I was talking about, well, I didn't really say nothing about Woodrow Wilson, but about other ones, they're all no good. And what I was leaning on when our people left the Republican Party and went to the Democrat, and that was Franklin D. Roosevelt, who actually is security for us because we knew the in and outs of the underground and everything. Yeah, it's just Anastasia about Tartary because that's the last reset. Billions of people died. I want y'all to be aware of something. Whenever, I should have brought a piece of paper and drew a quick picture. Whenever we see this, right, the earth, right, terra infinita, because it's infinite, or terra firma, right? We see the buildings, structures, mountains and hills, pyramid, all the things that are hidden from us because nobody's taught to go to them. They try and encompass them with fake Federal Reserve parks and this, that, and the other. More corporate ideologies that really don't apply to us, but only because Negroes want to be called Negroes, black, colored, African American, and all this other bullshit. That's the reason why. You're not a nation. You're still divided and separated. You don't want to listen to myself. Every one of us have a different way, a different tempo, a different heartbeat to deliver information. And a lot of you are just looking what you want instead of paying attention to what's needed. So where this terra infinita is, because I like that term, all right? They got you believing that they only got places like right up under the ground, like, you know, a couple hundred feet. This is a guy in Philly who's going 300, 400, 500 feet down, finding all kind of stuff. I'm here to tell you that the soil, when we think show, the earth is infinite too, going down. If we wanted to, we could dig 1,000,000 miles down, y'all. When I tell you there are cities and caverns, just like when I pointed out the 3 jungles, everybody's like, Red, you crazy. I'm like, what do you mean? South America, China, they got underground caverns that you walk into, and next you know, you're in an oasis of giant trees and dripping water, stalagmites, even artificial light that comes from the ambience of the energy of the earth. Animals and all kind of stuff that you don't even see up here. You know, they militarize and weaponize, but there are cities, y'all. Y'all have no idea, because this is what they did. First, they teach you geocentric, this heliocentric nonsense. Then they tell you, we drill down, and this oil is fossil fuel to make you believe in some damn plants and animals became oil. That is the second most common liquid on this entire earth, at least here. All right, almost as much as the fucking water, y'all. And by them educating you, it's like disinformation to make you look elsewhere. When I tell you, when we look up here, we think we have a lot. We knew all of this, and here we are, because our recent ancestors failed us. And then the ones above us, they are just as ignorant and failing. I refuse to fail you. You need to look beyond the fucking trees. Are you listening to me? In Ecuador and a number of other so-called countries in South America, isn't it funny how South America has countries? But here, which we used to be about 5 to 6 countries, all of a sudden now we're at 50 states. I don't even recognize that shit. I'm from so-and-so. I'm like, you from where? Okay, whatever. That's what I've been saying for the last 5 months. And I haven't said it to y'all. I don't want to be because some of y'all might take it as disrespect instead of seeing the bigger picture. They let people out of prison. And I want to tell you why. Because the same way they let people out of prison over there, who they couldn't really contain, but they had to, well, you know, like keep it in order, they put them in prisons. And they let them come over here, and they made this deal with them. Besides the babies that were being nurtured and reared, they had to have the land. They says, look, you go in these neighborhoods, you kill all those, they didn't say black and everything, you know, they said you kill all them Indian. We'll give you that portion of land. If you occupy that space, we'll make it yours. The women is yours for the taking, everything. A lot of these people are Mexican. A lot of y'all running around all like, I'm this, that, and you're not even angered at the process of how you came to be. Same thing with a lot of you Negroes, man. Or you're all Negroes, whether you're Spanish or whatever the fuck. The problem is, and if you look at the original word, you know, you would negate some reality to that and realize, oh, wow. And in the affirmative of using it as a bad word, there's nothing bad about its original meaning. It's mind-boggling that they're letting list the criminals. Animals went missing. Ammonium nitrate. Bombs. All kind of shit. And yet you're not paying attention. Now, this is not saying a whole lot of them are good and want to do better. The reality is it didn't work that way. So that's why the so-called fake Biden and the Republican administrations allowed it. If you think Texas couldn't have stopped it, You's a fool. Cruz, you don't hardly see him saying nothing. You see these monkeys running for y'all's president? Who the fuck wants another president? When did I buy into that job? Fuck these presidents. Neither one of them has done anything for any of you. Civil rights, that belongs to every fucking body. You got all these goddamn Jewish lawyers. Well, Tony Barker's civil rights worker. Now, some of them, because they have ethics and they have some, they're not morbid. They have some morals. A lot of people do. We'll fight for a lot of brothers and sisters and win. But to for what cause? To what avail? I mean, when you see where you're at right now. So you have a Trojan horse and nobody's paying attention to it. The bad guys, you better believe they had some talking to. For them to leave all their guns in those places, to cordially walk out and get on buses and be shipped up with Chinese commandos, Somalians who want some get back because of Peckerwood's war. They like to make all the goddamn time. Motherfuckers too stupid to realize that they're warlike. They're not war. I don't give a fuck about all that training and your medicine and good shit. That's moot. Don't tip that as full. Just put your head down, Drake. Thank you, buddy. Well, look at that. Yeah, you always want to keep grabbing. Ain't got no handle down there. Pakistan, Afghanistan. Yeah, you think they're the good guys? Not all. No. Because what's funny is all of a sudden they arrived in South America right before 24 is going away. And then working hand in hand, Republican with Democrats. These sorry bastards, both of them. Well, put them on a bus and send them to the liberal cities. Who's in the cities? Now, I'm not saying that they're coming for blood for all of y'all, but what I'm saying is they use the people who are out of touch with the reality of the situation and who you truly are. Let me tell you something. When the majority of people realize who you are, the ones that got morals, all right, they're going to be like, holy shit, what have we done? They're too stupid to even do that because they don't even know how to think right. You know how drugs, alcohol, and all that, foot to mouth in the moment, in the minute. Oh, that's delicious. I wanted to say also, Snoo, if you're in here, baby girl, thank you, baby. Yeah, you know I love you, girl. Woman. Say it right. Because I just saw it. Because I wasn't even going to check. Because like I said, but I think I'm going to order a couple of books today. Snoop, thank you, baby. And I am Baby Girl Slaughter. Thank you, hon. Appreciate that, sis. I think I got my brother Andreas, and the other yesterday. Appreciate it. But what's mind-boggling is, and I'm not saying it mind-boggling like confusion, just the wheel spinning is what the synapses firing, is why is it that everybody sees it but nobody's talking about it? I was attempting to hold. Remember I told you I want to talk about doing it on a podcast? That's what I want to talk about a week ago. And somebody's already talking. So who? I don't want to see the video, man. I don't want to see this shit. I says, this is where I'm at. We talk, man. My brother, he's Russian. And my other partner, they work together, Ukrainian. They don't recognize none of this shit going on. They served in the Marine Corps. And they're tired of it. They've had their fill. But I'll tell you what, when we train, when we go in the door, walking through a house, say that we look at the house, what's the safest place to be, even if a plane fell. We do these things that are like calculating. And then we look at if the vehicles don't run. Like my brother around, he's got like Red Dawn, Desert Tan painted, like he's redneck. It's my good old boy. It's my brother. Anyway, it's my brother. And, he calls me a hoodneck. Anyway, all diesel, V8, powerful fucking vehicles. Yeah. And we know how to start them. I can't tell you how we shut them down and then how we crank them. And he's like, Reg, you already know. And I was like, yeah, I know. I know where the key. I know what to do. I know. He's like, you know where to go. I was like, brother, meet in the spot. And then, yeah, depending on what they lay down over us. You know, drones, they drop them into, they fly them into vehicles, this, that, and other. They got the 1,000 drone deploy with a small part of Simtech or C4 in it that you, if you don't hear it coming, if you hear it coming, it's too late. It already hits you in the head or, you know, in the back, and it blows up, and, you know, you got a hole in you about the size of a fist. I says, you know, with all the weapons out here, and though we have people who know how to access stuff pretty damn quick and take over control, and even how to cross, I can't get into it. A lot of us talking, we're like, we don't give a fuck because we see how crazy the world. We would like this, honestly, I'm gonna be straight up with y'all. I would like to see some of these cities and these suburbs and these areas destroyed. Dead ass serious. What do we need wasted energy and wasted people? What do we need zombies? What do we need them for? People who can't think on their own and make a decision. Can't change direction. I'm dead serious. And some of y'all saying, man, that's harsh. See, that's what I'm talking about, emotional unstable. That's mediocre compared to what's going to really happen. If they continue and don't, because we got a lot of old motherfuckers. They really believe they come back, y'all. I'm going to tell you something that's based upon a fact. They don't. Not like that. You can't do something here and think that you're going to have another trip ticket. You can take somebody young and give them all the information. You can even download it into them. It's not hereditary. It's not genetic. Even though they believe it, they're wrong. And there's a lot of them that eat human flesh. They really do. You think this book came out of nowhere? Let me unplug this right quick. Let me see if I got it in my what you call it. I know a lot of people are like, oh, Red. It is what it is. I know people say, man, that ain't right, bro. Yeah, whatever, man. I really don't care. So I was going to order this book. I might still. I don't know. I just might. Let me see how much it costs. Hold on. $16.50. I might order the book today and read it to y'all. I'm serious. It's $16.50. It's actually on the what you call it here. So, and I'm showing y'all it's been up there. All right, it's been up there with all the stuff. Well, I've got thousands. Oh my goodness. So let me scroll down. Even though it's up in the front, that's right. Okay, it's like in the middle. When I say it's in the middle, it's literally in the middle. All right. So I know you're like, wait, I just saw it right in the front. That's not how my stuff is set up. So that's the delectable Negro, human consumption and homoeroticism within U.S. slave culture. Benson Woodard. Because a lot of people, they did cannibalize. People that were starving during war. Our people that fell, they could cannibalize them and went on to fight the Northerners. They would cannibalize our fallen brothers. And they would talk about how it made them strong and all kind of stuff. That's another book, though. And I'm gonna order it today, and we'll get into that. But y'all need to have this clarity because it's easy to stay like a tree stump, and yet we're not rooted. We're like the soil blowing around, no roots. And in order to speak about culture and on ancestors, you must be connected to your roots. And I'm not talking about in the ideology of just information. And this is for all walks of life. And we also must check the perversions within our own ranks. And most people don't want to do that. you're not going to move ahead. It's just not going to happen. If you're not meditating, if you're not standing on your head, at least for 5 or 10 seconds. Some people's heads hurt. Get a pillow. Just get against the wall. Don't kick a hole in the wall. You got a sheetrock it, cut a square out and find a spar and all that. No, just gently go up, get your big bellies up, Women, make sure put your back across. I don't care how big your booty is. Just get up there, you know what I'm saying? And make a triangle. If you got to put your hands like this, just like you put on your back for those who got bad backs. Same thing. Just get a pillow, and do it every day, 2 or 3 times a day. Hold up, family. I got to run upstairs. Take a minute. You practice, you'll get longer. Your head will get harder. And the blood rushing to the brain, it's a little bit of a purification. You got to practice it. Sister girl was asking about the mullein extract that I made. You can actually buy this. You can order it online. But I actually had a bunch of these when I was taking care of my heart and my lungs and everything, right? And I had to get all that and heal those holes. And my lungs were filled with holes, people. Like I was eating like radiation. Like they were like wondering how I was still here. For like a week, or like for 3 or 4 days in the hospital, they were collecting it. I know, you know what they were doing with it, probably making a weapon. I was coughing up blood clots and a lot of blood, like seriously. Any of you who ever got your wind knocked out of you or boxing or something, and it's like when you can't breathe and they always say you cough and you wonder, how do you cough? Well, your lungs is full. Your lungs got plenty of air. You just got to use your diaphragm. You got, and that'll cause cause your lungs to collapse. But also that fresh rush could bring air in, but you got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I was breathing. When I wake in the morning, I would literally not be breathing, and my mouth and pillow would be full of blood, and so I had to get the mucus out. And I had to utilize nothing but straight chlorophyll, like green vegetables. Like right now, I got Napa, collard greens, cabbage. So today, I'm going to be putting that together, you know what I'm saying? And, chopping it up and putting it in the colander and steaming it. And putting some natto, the fermented black soy bean that doesn't lower your testosterone, but it raises it. And that's going to be my meal. And I got a half a raw onion here with a ganeo, and then I'm going to eat, because the red onions we have are pretty freaking strong, y'all. But that's the tincture, and I make it. You just get the mullein leaf. Remember I was talking about if you ever found like nettle, the stinging nettle leaves, right? One side has got barbs, right? You can eat that raw, but you got to take it. The back side's got the barbs. You've got to fold it, right? And then fold it in on itself and fold it in on itself again. Then put it between your molars, right? For those of us who still have them, right? And eat it just like that. Very beneficial, very stinging nettle. With the mullein leaf, you can eat that as well. But the tincture, I like to use, they have them without it. You can make it without alcohol. I prefer alcohol because it opens up the capillaries and it tingles the silica, the little hairs in your throat and your lungs. So that's what it does. It gets in there, and when it runs through the blood, because you know how quick your blood circulates, good, the bad, you know what I'm saying? It gets right to it, and there's a chemical reaction, and it causes the mucus to break up so you can expel it. So again, I'm gonna hold it up. You want to take a screenshot, go ahead, let it come in focus. But it's called mullein leaf. It's a tincture or extract, okay? One and the same, extract, tincture. Because you're extracting it from the leaves. And ToLU'S Cherokee can get them for you. Pretty decent price and organic. Everything is in there. I don't know if any of y'all been reaching out to her or getting some orders, but I keep telling y'all not be lazy, slothful Negroes, but I go around Koreans and Chinese and all of them, they loading up on all kind of stuff, and I know y'all are still just, like, you're gonna get to one day and you're gonna have a whole bunch of fiat and it's gonna be worthless. We can make it worthful. you know, make it worthy. We don't need this government. I'm telling you, we never needed this government. But because y'all stagnant and you stay there complicit with them, you're up to their vices. Some of y'all say, well, you get a pension. If I had all y'all, what would I need that for? We'd be out there gardening and building on our earth. Like, we need TVs, really? We're our own greatest entertainment. You know? Well, Charles Henderson hit me up. Okay. What's up, beloved? I made a joke with him. I says, what, you don't like my singing? No, man. I was saying, I sung a song. I took a couple of hits of the blunt. And I was like so mellow, so I put some music on. I was like, that's my jam. It's an oldie. Don't say nothing. Let me see. Why is it doing this? Jupiter and Mars. I killed myself. Hold on. Y'all know what it is, right? Fly me to the moon and let me play amongst the stars. You know what I'm saying? I really have a good time. Y'all really don't know. I mean, I really do. And my neighbors, I know sometimes they be like, it's so loud because I got all these woofers and stuff. And I'm like, but when it's something good and I go outside and they're like, I'm like, cool, my apologies. Fly me to the moon and let me play amongst the stars. That's my shit. Anyway, Bob Hope, Bing Crosby, I love all that shit. Nat King Cole, all of them. I love that, all that right there. They knew, but they weren't fucked with. Like what you think, because they fought back. You know, now in some places, like when you get into the bean circuit and all that stuff, you had to go to the back doors and all that. That's because you were in certain places where your ancestors were and you know it. But because you wasn't at war. You were, but they weren't at war in their perception. You know, they just wanted to live and enjoy. But that failed us. I think every one of them should have kept fighting. Fucking trumpet and a trombone and all that and a clarinet. Now we got all our people now talking about bucket lists. The fuck you mean? Y'all became and got a little money and you forgot about us. And they still, and that's why a lot of them don't respond. You know what I'm saying? And I always say, whatever you're doing, wherever you're at, you can always do it elsewhere. I mean, we believe we're rooted and we're not. And I continue to tell people, you know how this old saying is ignorant. Man, that's where I laid my roots down. Nigga, you sound like that Alex Haley shit. Shut up. I think they're saying, for example, I think they're saying one of the oldest trees in the world right now, 6,000 years old, is in, is it Ethiopia? Somebody pull it up and see if you can find it. It's humongous. It's not the oldest tree in the world, people. But this is what they do. They came here because we had the elder of the oldest trees. I mean, for those of you who've seen my posts on, you know, follow me for the 14 years on Facebook, and you've seen me put those pictures up, no, nobody else was, with the 34 Irishmen standing across a tree, abreast, in front of a tree with them big ass saw that looked like it weighed about as much as a truck or a car. That tree was in Georgia. Tell me where you see a tree about the size of 2 to 3 houses across in Georgia. And then when you kill a tree and then you uproot the roots, what do you get? And if you buy water, you get swamps. See, a lot of people don't really know anything. We allow these people to be obtrusive and intrusive and feed us bullshit. How did they get all these kids to think so young that they, you know, you want to be a boy and you was a girl? It's a perversion. And the government sat right there and let it happen because the majority of them as Nixon said when he went to in Cali, all the faggotry going on. They're all weirdos. I guarantee you 80% of them have partaken of human flesh. Guaranteed. And I showed you the synthetic androchrome. What is wrong with looking at your surroundings and seeing? I got people right now hitting me up in like certain places where we are. And niggas is like ready to start killing a whole lot of folk. That's what they want, this government. But the problem is they also are aware of these Ashkenazi fucktards, the ones, not all the Ashkenazis. I'm talking about the ones that create a problem that don't care about sacrificing their own people because they're sick. They want to see what triggers our people. And this is what they're aware of. They're like, niggas is different from everybody else. Trigger that shit if you want. But these people are ignorant to that because we've had the weakest niggas go to prison systems. You had the weakest niggas misguiding students by teaching them bullshit. It's the ones of you that they don't know nothing about. They're watching. And they want to see what happened. I can't say no more. You gotta be careful talking about some things. Like I said, baby steps. Why you playing? Why you gonna be playing about it? Oh, you like it right there? I'm gonna leave you right there then. Okay. I ain't gonna raise it. That was you. I was like, who the hell? That's you in the window. The window's closed. I heard something. I got stuff in the window, sitting there. You go in and knocked it over. Anyway. Yeah, I don't run people. I go right to whatever it is. Yeah, I'm that nigga with the flashlight in the dark. And I'm moving pretty quick too in there. Like yeah. If you don't cut it up, there's a lot of things that it's a lot of things, y'all. And people are pretty much ignorant to it because, as I stated, they've been nurtured to be that damn dumb. And then you have the people who are really obsessed with stupidity. They go, well, how do you know? Well, how the fuck would you think I know if you know everything? And seeing how you don't know, and you're emotional, and you're unstable, and you're broken, and you really look like I'm gonna have to, knuckle up with you. Why don't you just listen for a minute? Does it mean that everything I say is about the truth? It's about, no, you find out for yourself. But as far as where I'm at, we're more than just orthogonous, which means the original people of this land was so much more. You are. Excuse me. Cinnamon. That's what I tasted too out of the rise. There's so many things going on, and a lot of people aren't getting themselves prepped. Some people are. Some of you are asking questions because you want to be up to date. Some of you ask me about books because you want to read along. You order those books right now. Like right now, I'm reading these. I want to let you know because I'm reading these so that way. And some of y'all have some of these books, but let's go ahead and get them up here. I'll show you what I'm reading. I know a lot of you already know about William Cooper. Behold the Pale Horse, okay? Which rides upon it, death, okay? Now, with that, because we're in the part where they're talking about UFOs and all that, we're going to actually read that today, but I really wanted to catch up in this, Hidden Lands, and there's 4 books. I told you where to go as far as Claudio Nocelli, NOS, Nos, Confounded, no confusion. YouTube, and I believe he might have a Facebook and Instagram account, but I ordered his books because somebody turned me on to him by sending me the first book, and so I was like, fuck, I had to give him the first book at the gun range, so I had to give it back to him, and I went ahead and ordered it. And then when I found out that he had a couple more books he was saying he was going to send out, I was like, oh shit. And I said, yo, keep me informed. He's like, I don't really respond, in broken English. I really don't respond to the messenger thing. And I was like, no problem, I'll keep looking, So we hit that today. But as far as when we're dealing with reptilians, Anunnaki, Enlil, whatever, right? The alien world order, I went ahead and brought that in here, okay? As you see it, who it's by, all right? Then Caston, hey, what you doing, man? All right. You can take a screenshot if you want to read along. Or just have the book. Some of you already have this. Thank you, Snoop. The Gods of Eden by William Bramley. Okay? Pretty much just order two. I'm reading this. There's a reason, though. See, a lot of y'all will get these books, but I read... For those who've been paying attention, like reading backwards to forward, it makes more sense when you really tie in and listen. It's just something that I do. Like when you're studying languages, it has you look at things differently. It opens up to... I'll get into that in a minute. Reptilians in the History of Humankind, Anunnaki, by Henry Crane as well. By Henry Crane. Some of you are probably already hip to this. Okay. Hey, Pop. Here, let me move the book. Sit down. Go ahead, sit down. There you go. You want to get right beside me, guys. You want to say hi? So, and we're also dealing with Miss Chris Hardy, The Wars of the Anunnaki, Nuclear Self-Destruction in Ancient Sumer, and DNA of the Gods, the same lady. So, you can go ahead and get those. Now, put these back down here. And the other one we're reading, I've decided to read them together because I think Cure Meal was pretty hip to high, my information and stuff like that. So I'm giving you a little bit of out of the 100 Years of Lynching by Ralph Ginsburg. I felt it was very important to break certain things down to you, and that 98% of those people were actually they were wrongly, murdered. But it is what it is. Now, so I'm reading that, and the only reason why that's to get your little fever up, but so that way you can check yourself. Put everything in context of what happened, because you got to look at where things happen at. My thing is when I'm telling you, like, if I sit here, like, and I express Springfield, Massachusetts, this is the Weekly Republican. And if you go to that and pull it up, it used to be on pull up a microfiche, but if you Google all this stuff supposed to be digitized, Jesus Christmas, and you look up 1809, April 28, 1899, excuse me, all right, Negro burned alive in Florida, second Negro then hanged, right? Look at where, and look at what's going on there now. Pay attention to the breadcrumbs. What I'm doing is leaving you breadcrumbs. So here's the ones that I'm reading. Kira Meal sent me. Ancient and Modern Brits, Volume 1 by David McRitchie. Okay. Now, we're a little ways, but not too far in. Okay, you can pick up right where I'm at. Jews and Muslims in British Colonial America by Elizabeth Caldwell Hirschman and Donald N. Yates. We already went over some of these last names and that's the original meaning and stuff. All right. And we haven't gotten into it, but Jack D. Forbes, The American Discovery of Europe. But this is an exceptional book. I've been actually scanning through this. I read a couple of chapters last night. Pretty long, but pretty good. All right, so that's what we're going to do right now. I've got tons of books. Some of you have some of these books, but I have books that I know that none of you have, but that's for the appropriate and right time. I feel like you need to really have a deeper understanding of self. Like if I'm in dojo and you want to go to the next belt and you have to know these three forms, I'm gonna make sure you know those three forms before I, because I'm not gonna put the belt in your hand and I'm not gonna have you practicing with the guys who are practicing for the next rank. No, your focus is right here on what this is. So I'm not gonna just be showing all the books. It would take forever digging out from the totes in the shed and ones upstairs. I'm not doing all that. No, I will show you what I'm reading now, and you can go ahead and get those. Well, hey, y'all just popped up. This internet's acting funny again. I hope I'm not stuttering, Let me go up here. Let's see what's all up in here. Excuse me. Hey, Rondo, what's going on, beloved? Herbo, what's happening, beloved? Lord, what's going on, beloved? The human body naturally contains deuterium equivalent to about 5 grams of heavy water, which is harmless. Yeah, unless it's utilized for something else, which it can contain because it's powerful. Remember I talked about that? So yeah. Herbo, yeah. It's good to see you, Lord. Oh, behind, what's going on, beloved? What's cracking? What's happening? Hey, Snoo, what's up, baby girl? You know, I saw you when you first came up. You popped up there, and all of a sudden everything went. I get to see me. Alicia Cooper, what's going on, beloved? What's going on? What's happening? What's happening? Appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. Wooden cannibals that cause prions in the brain. Any meat you eat, we're not supposed to eat meat. Yet our bodies have acclimated to it, but it shortens your life. I don't care what people say. Yeah, my grandpa. I guarantee if you ask them what they were eating when they were children, they would tell you a whole lot of vegetables, corns, vegetable and potato stew, or sweet potato stew. Fat, because I used to eat it when I was growing up. We went fishing and stuff, and we was catching fish, and night, make sure, I want you to know how to, in case of what? In case of what? In case you starve, you're starving. Because, you lose touch with things, what's going on in the world, and you accept the commodity of everything else. So we ate a lot of fish when I was growing up. But every once in a while, we had chicken and turkey and bacon and pork chops, chitlins, hog head cheese. I couldn't stand that shit. And that was what Mama always said was survival food. I didn't get what she meant, but now I see. Country, straight hot water cornbread, whole cake. When I was on the res, they talking about fried bread. I said, y'all just imitating our whole cake. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about because I remember y'all. I know what y'all ate when you was here early on. Your diet said have no goddamn. There was no flour, this crap flour, and you didn't make it with wheat either. They looking at me because we grew that on the coastlines. And they was looking at me like, and in Nebraska and all them places, they're looking at me like, who is this guy? See, either you know or you don't know. Like when I'm talking about the powwow, the first originators of the Pamunkey. But we all did it with family reunions, gatherings. No, was nobody jingle dancing and doing that shit and doing that Russian Siberian dance. And then people wanted to argue with me. I was like, well, damn, go do the research. Tribal gatherings is what we used to do. Okay, yeah, we made it first. Now you got all these tribes that saying small, all on the West Coast coming out, and they're recognizing them all of a sudden. Because the agenda's afoot. These bastards don't care. Vince Carter just hit me up. I'll check him back. It's the Sabbath, so. I mean, there's so much tea out there, and you can't drink it all. Too much, be overloading. Too much caffeine, make you jittery. It's too much information. You gotta process it slow. And people will say, well, we don't have that much time. Well, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. That means being attentive. Doesn't mean bombarding yourself like you're cramming all night because you partied all for the last month while you were supposed to be getting these reports and everything done and studying for this major test for the School of Lies, okay? Choices. And how do we know how to make choices when we're not aware of what choices we have? That's why I've been making choices available to your persona as far as what you can. Hey, what's up, Papa? You tired? You want to move that out the way? Huh? You want to say hi? Come here. Come here. Come here, Papa. Come here. Hey, you heard you want to go through the window? You heard that's the... Oh, I got the spot. I got the spot. Oh, I got the spot. Oh, I got the spot. That's my boy. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I gotta be attentive to him. Come here, Papa. Come here. Come here. You want to come up? No? You just want to sit right beside me? Okay, go ahead. So anyway, excuse me. I just want to come on and just give those little tidbits of information and my thoughts on certain things. Um, doesn't mean that there can't be something positive out there. I'm always telling you to be as positive and look to things, but don't have no fear. The enemy's going to do what the enemy's going to do. You got to do what you got to do. I think with everything's going on, I believe they're going to. Martial law, you know how you create martial law? You bring in unruly, unconstitutional, unlawful individuals. You let them get to a certain place where they feel like, oh, we came here, we was promised this, and don't give it to them. And then all hell breaks loose. And the motherfuckers here, yeah, well, there are those that will fight. And what does that do? Well, it creates a catalyst. This has been done before. It's not new. You got Russia and China down there, and Mexico and Ecuador, or whatever the fuck. Military bases. So what the fuck is the so-called Big Bad Wolf doing? Well, and that's why I was making a statement that we don't really fuck with nobody. But we have a bunch of dumbasses who don't know no better. And a lot of them are your brothers, sisters, cousins. It may have been you at one time. And the other issue is, well, you should know what the other issue is. I'm not going to say. If you don't know, not a goddamn thing I can do about it. That's for the motherfuckers watching who think they know everything. And I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down, man. There's a lot of things I can talk about. A lot of things. Always. I think that's more than enough. Anyway, when we come back, we're going to get into our reading because we're damn sure going to hit that damn book off because, you know, I got to hit it, all right? The Hidden Lands. After that, when we come back, we're going to hit Pale Horse, Gods of Eden, Anunnaki, blah, 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 and Miss Chris Hardy. We're going to read those. And then later on, because today I'm not, they got this movie over here I want to see, but I'd rather wait for it to come out if everything works itself out. Because they really want to shut down the government. They really want to, they want to collapse. They already got cities, they got stuff built out over this way. Y'all know nothing about. You had choices. They watching. They're paying attention. It's not just computation on better machines. On what you do. Because these motherfuckers really believe in their lie. Okay? I mean, I just gave you some tea right there, but you're not going to hear me. You know, so I might as well play Andre 3000 song. You know? When you're not... Yeah, you know, when you're not listening, he's telling you, but I know you don't hear me. He was telling you that the music draws upon you and it fucks with you because it resonates at a fucked up frequency. And because all the things around you resonate at a fucked up frequency except for the earth, which that's why they're up under there doing all kind of shit. Remember some of the thumpers, certain machines? But you don't want to believe me, but you look at everybody running around acting a fucking buckeye crazy. And then you say, well, what about them people under the cartel up in the mountains and hills? Believe half of what you see and nothing of what you hear. Okay? So, appreciate y'all coming in. The donations are wonderful. Keep them coming. We're going to get all we can. Thomas Lee, what's going on? Salute. What's going on, beloved? What's happening? Midnight is the deadline. Yep. And they know what they're doing. Yeah. What's going on, beloved? It goes out. Y'all saw when it froze for a minute, right? If it did. Charles, what's going on, beloved? I got you. You already know. Insurance, baby boy. That's what we got to do for them insurance, baby boy. Make American Indians great again. You goddamn right. Proper education corrects errors all day. Anyway, what was that? Max B, what's going on, beloved? They charged Kill. Hey, did y'all watch Kill Meal's last video? Had y'all checked out Mac Mean? He been going in on some of these monkey ass clowns in New York. Mac Mean, my brother be hitting them, man. You know I watch all his shit. And Kill Meal. Them motherfuckers is on speed dial, like for real. He did one on. Y'all know I read Abraham Africanus. I got the one where his father describes. I got a book about his family, his best friend. Nigga was a brother. They even describe his hair. And then y'all look upon him when y'all visit the damn what you call it, Capitol, where you look at the statue of Abe Lincoln, that's smacking everybody's face. Why you think he's on a goddamn copper penny? He was the last original. Everybody after that had been a bastard. Believe what you want. You know what I'm saying? Well, that charge keep Tupac. He ain't murdered that mom. This is he probably got cancer. Something's like, yo, I got y'all. Y'all don't get how like any one of you could have been just as perverted, believe, got to be partake in shit, see things that and very minuscule, and be swayed to be fake ass gangsters. A lot of them niggas from California from Bama and Chicago and New York and Florida and Texas. A lot of them niggas, man, back in the 60s, 70s migrated there. They ain't no different from nobody fucking else. The original people there, you hardly see or hear them. You dig what I'm saying? All them goddamn cops and security, all them dirty motherfuckers, sacrifices, man. The land is poison. If you've been part of that shit, you are toxic. You are toxicity at the highest level. And y'all see it. It's like the nigga that wrote Delectable Negro, right? He looked like an old Ethiopian or half one of us and half Hindustan, you know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what is it? What I mean, I'm gonna order that book right when we get off. I could have ordered it right now. I'm gonna order it because I need to put it back on charge because it was at like 25%. Actually, I turned my phone off, and you know what? What did I tell y'all to do with your phones and stuff if y'all worried about the fourth? Your phone, your tablets, your laptop. Well, just unplug your laptop and pull the battery out. TVs, unplug the motherfuckers. Put them in the microwave if you don't have a Faraday bag. Or if you didn't buy that tin can, put the cardboard, hit it with the silver tape. You know what I'm saying? And the matte foam in the bottom and around the lips, and then seal it off and tape it. Where you put your battery, car battery, AMP, all that, stop it. But also with the phone, the Faraday or Mylar, just put it in the microwave. Unplug the microwave. Take your phone and all that stuff, your tablets, put them in the microwave. Fuck it, you gotta make a fucking phone call? Wait till it's all clear. How will you know? If you ain't got two-way radios where you can go on FM, like I have a few stations in here, right? But this is the one I go on. It's Chinese. But this one is good. Shut up, I know what you're saying.
Where ice is buried under rock and sand near steep mountain slopes. In fact, this type greatly outnumbers ice glaciers in Colorado and likely contain a larger volume of ice, too. Many regular ice glaciers are disappearing as alpine environments undergo warming at almost twice the global average. Both the Sierra Nevada and Rocky Mountain ranges contain some of the last ice in the form of rock glaciers. The ice can be buried beneath 10 feet of rock, blanketed from temperature increases, and thus less susceptible to melting.
Colorado. Say hi. Say hi, Papa. Say hi. He said, you want to play right now. He's like, I want to play. Say hi. Get it, Papa. Get it, Papa. Say hi. Get it, Papa. Get it, Papa. I like him to get strength at that exercise. That's why I let him play. Come on. Get it, Papa. Come on. Get them hind parts in there. Come on. Say hi. Say hi. Come on. See, I can do all that stuff too. Okay, I'm putting it up. Cause now you getting low. You keep digging the nails into my. I got sweatpants on, cuz you might hit the wrong thing. Yeah, Papa. Here he is. I'll say hi. He's right there. There you go. Oh, he's looking at the wires down there by the charger. Anyway, let me get off of here because now I'm just boring y'all. Anyway, appreciate y'all coming on there. That's what I'm talking about things. In about an hour and a half, we'll come back. Hey, Papa, and we'll go ahead and we'll get the read in. All right. Appreciate y'all, brothers, sisters, and brothers. I surely do. What ice glaciers? I was talking about. It was. I just turned it on. I heard somebody the other day. It was talking about it then too. Hey, what's going on? Colorado. You know what I'm saying? 10 feet of ice and all this other crap. They always talking about some goofy stuff, man. So we can't pay it no mind. Like I said, this is Earth. This is New York, right? Say this is New York, right? Say that's New York right there. All right, come on now, them nails are digging in my leg, Papa. Right, New York City. We know right here, subterranean, there's old subways, stores, even some house, like front red clay brick patio, you know, stoops. But if you go down, it goes way down, people. He is playing like crazy. All right, so appreciate y'all again, and come on, them nails, bruh. Y'all think I'm kidding? Okay, he's down. Oh, he hit that. He's down. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and in an hour and a half, we'll be back and we'll get the read on. I appreciate y'all stopping in. I really do. All the newcomers, the guys, all the new people who subscribe, y'all can always come and say hi. One-time thing. The donations, I'm ordering a couple of books right now. We're going to keep it moving. Y'all know what day it is. You know what time of the month. And maybe they want us to give that energy and thought. So don't think about it. No, I'm just expressing it because I know a lot of people, they're all over talking about this stuff. Don't let it rent space. Don't let it occupy your whole existence. Okay? I'll see y'all in an hour and a half.